Well, guys, we have an update about the Kawaii Con situation I talked about a couple days ago. Welcome, everybody, to a new art topic or an update art topic. So, we're talking about the Kawaii Con situation where pretty much an artist and a staffer pretty much went at it, argument wise. It led to the artist fainting and end up going to the hospital. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown and I'm just gonna let you guys know that I looked at both sides of the story and it actually got a little bit more complicated than actually what they were putting out. So if you guys want to get the full story, I'll put the link in the description below right on top to pretty much get the full story. So this right here was pretty much like the gist of it right here. There's a video right here by Chio Teacup that she posted about a week ago, because Kawaiicon was about a week ago. So pretty much she talked about how she went to the hospital, how she had an argument with the staff because Teacup messed up. She went into the wrong section, or she bought the wrong booth. She bought the dealer's room booth. What that is, dealer's room is where you sell licensed products and actually have permission from the certain IPs to sell these licensed products, like official product, not fan art. That's completely different. That goes to the artist alley. So they had a sort of like a little disagreement with that. Well, she had to find a artist who was at the artist alley, but had like some more original characters or some original paintings or something like that, and switched with them pretty much. Because they did the switch, there's a big different price between the dealer's room and also the artist alley. So she was asking for a partial refund, and well, obviously she was not going to get that because she already used the dealer's room in, I think it was like a day or so. I could be wrong about that, but it led to a big argument. Let's just play the video. All right, here we go.
Is so unsafe. It's so incredibly unsafe. No, if you're not comfortable speaking to me exactly how you're speaking to me, then please continue to have this conversation, because I haven't actually done anything wrong in this actual conversation.
So I'm not gonna put the full video. Like I said, the link description below, you can see the full context there. So pretty much like you can see, they had an argument there, and yeah. Okay, so now that you guys got the little bit of the context of it, now let's begin of the update. So here it is right here, guys. Here is the update from Kawaii Con. This is what it says right here. We would like to address an incident that happened during the convention weekend. A vendor who had purchased a dealer's booth was found to be selling fan art, which is prohibited in the dealer's section of all the exhibit hall as listed of the signed contract in our website. This vendor, among a few others, was asked to discontinue the display and sale of their unlicensed merchandise. Upon realizing that the vendor brought mostly unlicensed works, we suggested she try and find an artist who brought mostly original artwork, not fan-based or included licensed characters, was willing to trade their artist alley spot and relocate to the dealer's room. The vendor was informed that and it would be straight trade with no refunds, and she was able to find a suitable artist and both agreed to trade. On Sunday morning, so that means she was already in the dealer's room for about 2 days, Friday and Saturday. On Sunday morning, our dealer's manager visited the vendor to ensure their move to Artist Alley had been successful and to inquire as to whether they had any follow-up questions or issues. Despite agreeing to be a straight trade, the vendor asked if she could get a refund for the difference, and she reminded that she was not possible because her original booth was traded, not resold. The vendor became agitated and began to recording the conversation shortly after. A situation requiring medical assistance unfolded, where the on-site nurse was consulted and the medical care was provided until EMS arrived. We recognize that the recording interaction does not completely capture the full context of the situation. We understand that this has caused grief in the community. Thank you all for allowing us time to thoroughly review the situation and respond. For foremost, we want to assure everyone that Kawaii Con's #1 priority has been and always been promoting a safe and inclusive environment. We do not make light of any situation that may compromise a person's physical or emotional well-being. This goes for everyone involved to bring the convention to life: attendees, volunteers, and exhibitors, and guests alike. Moving forward, we'll be more vigilant in the ensuring that our policies are clear with the vendors. We will take a feedback received from this incident and continue to work in creating the best environments we can. So there you go. They did their investigation, and it was pretty much the artist's fault why they didn't fully understand how the dealer room works, which to me personally, I don't get that. Because so here it is, like the little context again with the dealer's room. Pretty much the dealer room is where you can find licensed items from your favorite manga and anime. Occasionally in other fandoms, items are ranged from official plush of series of DVDs, the manga, and licensed charms and figurines. So what she was doing, she was selling fan art. She doesn't have permission to quote unquote sell IPs of those certain characters that she creates. So she messed up, in my opinion. I don't know how you can get this mixed up from Artist Alley. My personal opinion, I don't know how the artist, especially like she's pretty much a veteran in Artist Alley of what I know. I mean, I had seen her before, so I don't know how she got this messed up. Personally, I could be wrong. Let me know. Comments below. So now, I know I've been saying that the artist was wrong, which she clearly was, but here's the thing. Kawaii Con are not that innocent. Now, why would I say that Kawaii Con is not that innocent? Well, right here it says, can you explain why the no fan art / unlicensed merch rule was enforced for some vendors and not others? Gallery Panda, Anime Currency, which we'll look through very soon, were allowed to sell unlicensed fan art in the hall all weekend. Those booths either had licenses or explicit approval approved by the industry representatives. Sorry. So that's actually completely untrue and not how license works at all. There's no such thing as an approved by industry representatives without a licensed contract. And the companies seen the tweets as about do not meet the requirements required by anime companies for a licensing. Selling fan art isn't too much of an issue, but with this statement saying they have license, that's a whole different story. Wiz Media, which is like a anime company, may need to look into this if this is true. So if you guys don't know, Gallery Panda is kind of like a famous, they have a lot of booths around the world, I guess you could say. They sell like these plexiglass anime art, and I asked them, do you guys have licensing to these, or are these like, you know, you guys got permission from artists to sell these products? They said yes, we do have permission from the artists, but they never said that permission from the actual owners of these IPs. I clearly asked them, so I was so weird about that. So yeah, I recognize this. I've seen them in the booths before, and well, I found their website. So here is their website. I'm gonna go full screen for you guys. Here it is right here, guys. So pretty much it's just other places to upload your own image. So pretty much you can you can upload your own image or steal an image, IP or artwork, upload to them, and they'll print it out for you, and you pretty much get created from there. Which I honestly, there's a lot of people who do this kind of stuff, which they don't have permission, but it's very hard to stop those, but that's a different story. Now, what they do is they do worldwide shipping, handmade with care, premium quality acrylic, because these are acrylic epoxy kind of glass. So what they have like sort of like Red Sun, Vaporwave, Cyberpunk, Lofty, and VTubers as well. I don't know with permission or, you know, because these images do look great. They look awesome. They look, I think it'll be amazing to have in a wall. I'm not going to deny that. But I always felt weird about this company personally. Now, I'm not saying they are stealing. I just like the last time I fully checked on that, they said they had permission from the artist, but never with the IPs. And also that made me feel weird for asking that, which in some way I can understand that, but still like again, I just had to ask. Because here's what it says right here. At our gallery, we take pride in more than just deliver high quality acrylic art. We are on a mission to support artists worldwide. When you choose your wall art, you're directly supporting artists around the world. You purchase helps these creators keep doing what they love and share their art and more people. Plus, it allows you to support awesome new artists. So it says 50+ artists worldwide. So you get the idea. There's a bunch of artists right here, guys, that create like some cool artwork. I've seen the artwork. I've seen these artwork in the wall. And what's the one thing you don't notice, or you notice, guys? Well, there's no fan art. There is no fan art when you look at all of these artworks. But what I'm seeing right now, there's literally no fan art. Because just doing some research, when you look at their collection right here, guys, it has like all the different kind of artists or themes, like Red Sun, Vaporwave, like I was telling before. There is literally no fan art on their website, which is very interesting, because if you look back over here, there's clearly a lot of fan art in their art booths, which they're not allowed to do because they have no permission for that. They may have permission for the other artworks, obviously, like this one right here, but they have no permission to sell these fan arts. So these guys, so what Panda does to me, I'm not gonna say a fact, but what to me it looks like is they, on their website, they sell legit original artwork from permission from the artist, because I recognize some of those artists, and on their website, they don't sell no fan art. But Artist Alley, though, when you go to Artist Alley, they sell fan art, which I'm pretty sure they do not have license of. The last time I checked, now that was a couple years ago. That was in, I want to say in 2023, around there. But again, they have proxies. I'm pretty sure these people have a lot of proxies. What proxies is pretty much they go by different names and they have booths in different areas of cons, like all around the world, where they get workers and stuff like that. And it's not like the artist is not there because again, there's multiple artists and stuff like that. So this kind of like different kind of proxies where it's not the worst in the world, but anyways. So this is shady, shady, and Wiz Media should look into this for sure because they're selling unlicensed products in the dealer's room. By the way, where it's supposed to be licensed. Now that is shady because who is the other person or like other people that sent a tweet put out, and that was Anime Currency. So what is Anime Currency? Well, they look like another company that's kind of shady, where they're selling stuff they don't actually own, but they're coming out as they own as licensed products because they were in the dealer's room. Now that's a big accusation, right? Because like how can I prove they're actually in the dealer's room or they're at Kawaii Con? Well, just doing it by simple research, I found their Instagram right here. And here it is, Anime Currency. They do anime and K-pop coins and bills. So pretty much they do like fake money and they put like characters in the fake money. That's pretty much what they do. Now, when you go over here, it says Kawaiicon. And when it was posted? March 14th. So this right here are Kawaiicon as 7 sketches. Anime Currency is officially rendering at Kawaiicon starting today at Hawaii Convention at the dealer's booth at 1506. Now, what characters do you guys see in this? Well, let me move up for you guys because I am a bad YouTuber. You can see is Gundam, voice crack, Goku, and we also have Transformers and Voltron. I believe that's Voltron, and also Kakashi. So you can see these are anime characters, IP characters of fan art of those characters, but they don't actually own the licensing for these characters in many ways. Even though it is fan art, but technically it's based on known IPs. Because just by doing a little research, they make fake Pokemon cards, or maybe there's some legit ones there too. But pretty much what they do is make fake currency and add players and people of anime or pop culture. Because when we go to their website, I'm not joking, guys, when I tell you guys this, when I click on About Us, there's nothing about them. It just says the captain, the scholar, the navigator, the doctor. Like, it doesn't say anything about them, and it looks like they're using AI. That it legit looks like to me they're using AI, but I can't fully confirm that, so I'm not gonna say, hey, they're using AI. Now, when you go to the full, oh, let me go right here, go smaller, to the full website page right here, guys, right? They have an anime collection of Attack on Titan, One Piece Gold Bill. They also have Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yu Yu Hakusho, and as you can guess, just a bunch of anime like dollar or fake money, right? Like these designs. Now, but what I gather around, there is no indication they actually own the rights to sell these products at all. They have no licensings right here, because here is a description of their product. Princess Mononoke Gold Bills is now available online. Purchase your favorite character anime on front bill and a group of picture anime. Each bill is gold plated, comes with a certified authenticity sleeve. You're also purchasing an acrylic display case from us to put the bill in to display it nicely. So, certificate of authenticity, all this kind of stuff. It doesn't say they actually own the rights to this, like, have contract rights to sell these IPs. There's nothing, I looked around, there is nothing that says that they actually have permission. Now, does that mean they don't have permission? No, but I find it a little bit weird, right? I find it just a little bit weird that they won't have anything that says, oh, we do have licenses for these products, or anything like their like licensing area, or about us. There's nothing there in About Us, nothing at all. This is very strange, because when you look more, obviously they have the gold plated one, they have the cinematic build ones, gamer, Hawaiian, exclusive bills, but they don't do anything special at all. They just do copy paste and just design them in money, like these twice 24 South Korean won. Like, I don't know, like, no, I'm pretty sure they don't have any licensing to sell this fake currency. And they even sell a Jesus gold bill. Yep. I'm pretty sure they didn't make that artwork there. I'm pretty sure. Maybe you want to get with display, guys? Maybe you want to get with the 2 bill? Maybe with the 3 bill? I'm pretty sure they did not create that. So, like I said, I think the artist messed up, and I understand their position on that, right? But I don't understand how cons still have these type of companies in their artist alley. Looking more into it, there are people that pretty much disagree with Kawaii Con's statement. So here's one of the first ones that I've seen right here. It's from Romy. It says right here, yeah, I don't think I will ever go to attend Kawaii Con if this is a response to an artist who is visibly and audibly distressed about a policy that was not properly enforced, doubling down on a horrible treatment main artist experience that weekend is not it. So I understand where they're coming from. You know, it could be very frustrating on the artist, and you know, I'm pretty sure it was very stressful, etc. But I still don't believe how they missed this right here, especially when they were I don't know, probably doing research, but they've probably been there before already. How they missed this whole website part where it says the dealer's room, and especially on the first part it says like how to find licensed products. That's all I'm saying personally. So I understand where they're coming from, but I still don't understand how like they missed that part. But it is possible, but still, because there's another one right here that says, nah man, there's a victim blaming. It's not victim blaming. Instead of taking responsibility, firing the staffer who was harassing not just the artist who fainted, but several others, and saying she didn't read the fine print of a contract. I will never go to Kawaii Con again, which this person's every right to never go to that con if they don't feel safe or they don't want to just go there. But this is not victim blaming. This is also where the artist does need to take accountability where they messed up too, because both truths could be like what they say, two truths could be true at the same time. I forgot the saying, guys. Anyways, but I believe Kawaii Con did messed up, and I believe the artist messed up. Where the artist messed up, they didn't read the right print, where they cannot sell fan art if they don't have any licensing or contracts to sell those IPs. But Kawaii Con did messed up, where I guess they didn't fully do the research on the artists who they have on dealers, which I could somewhat understand and miss some artists on the artist alley. There's some people like are getting in there, they shouldn't be in there. But there's a lot of artists in there, so I could see how some people get slipped up, right? I completely understand that. But the one part I do not understand is in the dealer's room, it's a special room. It's not the same as an artist's alley room. So I'm pretty sure it's like, I don't know how Kawaii Con was able to pretty much not do full in research of who they have in their dealer's room. Because the thing is, like I showed the two, like, the two examples from the person who said it, like the anime currency part, or even where is this one, or even Gallery Panda. They seem shady companies to me personally, because I even showcased how in their pretty much on their website they do not have any fan art, right, except for the VTubers, right, which I'm pretty sure they got permission for those. I'm pretty sure. Unless I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, like they also are breaking the rules, because technically they do have permission from the artist for those, but I'm pretty sure they do not have permission to sell IPs because they do not own those. You know what I mean? And when you look at their Instagram, you cannot find their fan art, because they're very smart. Because why would they showcase fan art which they could get in trouble by the companies, especially because they're very known in the artist alley? I'm telling you guys, I've seen these guys before, and I've seen them for a very long time. So that's pretty much it for the update, guys. So it looks like they are going full on like, hey, the artist messed up, but Kawaii Con is not as innocent. I may want to do a full-blown video about Gallery Panda, because if I'm at an artist alley, especially because I'm going to Anime Expo, I got a booth there, yay. I will do a like sort of like do a little investigation and go to their booth and ask them certain questions of like how, like, do they have licensing for fan art, not the artist right here, like that wants to be seen before, but like they do sell fan art. I clearly seen it. I probably even have video. I'll look at my phone. I'll probably put the video up here. Anyways, if I do find it, I'll put it in the video. If I don't, I'll put it in a future video. But I'm going on a tangent. Sorry. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The update of the Kawaii Con, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Leave the comments below, because there is people on the comments on the previous video who actually agreed that the artist was at fault, and pretty much there was not fully blaming Kawaii Con. But like I said, on this video, I try to showcase both sides. Let me know what I messed up, where I missed, because again, we want to get the full context, never the short context of it. Because in the video, we only got the part when they're like arguing already. We don't know the beginning or middle. We just saw the end pretty much. So like I said, I try to keep it fair to everybody, to everything, and that's pretty much it. All right, guys, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit the like, subscribe, more content coming for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that painting up there. Wait, you guys can't see it. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one, guys. I'm working on some new projects very soon, guys. Original characters and fan art, because I'm going to Anime Expo for Artist Alley and all the good stuff. So I'll see you guys there, but it's still months away. But yeah, more content coming for you guys. Peace out. Much love. Ooh, ooh, ooh.